Yo, what's going on YouTube? Nassif here from Click, and today we're back in the 2023 Acura Integra as always, and today we're going to be just going for a little bit of a test drive. Basically, long story short, I updated the tune file on the kTuner. Before we were running the 18 psi in sport mode and 16.5 psi in the other modes, so comfort and normal, and whatever other adjustments that kTuner has made to the tune file. So what we updated that to is the 21 psi. So essentially the only difference here is an extra 3 pounds of boost. I don't really know how much of a difference it's going to make in terms of drivability. I'm really not sure how it's going to impact the clutch and if there's going to be any clutch slip or anything like that. Generally speaking, I tend to drive the car pretty light for the most part. I don't launch the car. I don't, bang through gear shifts and that sort of thing. If I'm doing a pull, I get the revs up into the RPM, high up in the RPM range, as opposed to kind of just dumping my foot on the accelerator at sort of lower RPM. So I'm hoping that it kind of ends up being a normal sort of experience, no issues. 21 psi I think for these engines is not too crazy. We do have a drive test guy practicing parking here in front of the house, so that's always nice. So yeah, once these guys get going here, we will start the drive. I do need to grab some gas, so I'm down on gas down to the last quarter tank, a little bit less than that. So I do need to fill up before we start driving. Also going to make a quick trip to the bank, and so once that's done, we'll probably come back on video, and then from there we will go for a little drive around and sort of see what difference, if any, that I noticed for the 21 psi map for the kTuner tune. So let's get going here. Drive test guys are gone. And let's get going. So we're gonna go fill up at the gas station. Now the tune does recommend 91 octane. Just to be on the safe side of things, I run Shell 93. I used to run Petro 94 on the Civic, and I found, just in my experience, that the Shell 93 tend to run a little bit smoother, a little bit better gas mileage. Could that be placebo and all in my head? It very well could be, but we do end up choosing to run Shell 93 on this. In terms of knock and stuff like that, honestly, I've never really had any issues with the knock or the knock control going crazy on the kTuner. So my guess is that 93 is probably the best bet, especially up here in Canada. Apparently Canadian gas not as good. Our 93, 94 up here is the equivalent to like 91 in the States. So just something to be aware of if you are tuning your car in Canada. So what we'll do is we'll cut the video short here. We'll pause the video. I'm gonna grab some gas. I'm gonna go to the bank, and then we'll pick up from there when I'm heading out of the bank, once the car's warmed up and we can get a little bit of a drive in. So I'll talk to you guys then. All right guys, welcome back. So we're done at the bank. We are headed on back to the area, and so we are going to get onto a little bit of an open stretch of road here and do a quick pull to sort of see what the differences are for this tune, if any at all. Disable our it certainly feels like it has more pep, that's for sure. If I could describe it in simple terms, the previous 18 psi tune almost seemed like it was struggling a little bit up beyond 120, 130 kilometers an hour. With this setup though, it seems to be quite a bit more torquey and quite a bit more powerful up in the higher RPMs and higher speeds. And we'll hop back on the highway here. We're stuck behind the slow Corolla as always. Just as a general reminder, you ever see a Corolla and or a Prius and or a Camry on the road, you best be staying away from them. These guys don't know how to drive for shit. Every time you get cut off by someone or something stupid happens, it's always someone driving a Toyota. That's all I can say there. So it's certainly, like I said, it certainly feels like, see what I mean? Guys braking randomly. Toyota, obviously, it's always a Corolla, guys. 100%. And I caught it on video. Look, he's stopping in the middle of the road on the highway. Absolutely fantastic. Spoke it into existence. 100% facts. If you ever run into a Toyota driver on the road, stay well away from them. They are the least aware drivers on the road, and that is that. You got the live proof and evidence right there on YouTube. It has just that little bit more pep that I was looking for. I was just looking for a tiny bit more pep in sort of the higher speeds and getting up into 4th and 5th gear, and it felt like the car was falling flat on its face. But with this new tune and the new setup with a little bit more boost, it seems to have fixed that issue, and it pulls great. Even beyond 100 and X kilometers an hour, it pulls fantastic. So definitely faster in comparison to the 18 PSI. We're definitely moving quicker, and the car feels more peppy and more ready to go and more willing to go. So I think this 21 PSI is a sweet spot for the kTuners if you're looking for like just a little bit more from your car, man. Just a little bit more. Like, I know what it's like to have a 300 horsepower, L15 motor, and it's definitely crazy fast, but in terms of reliability, it might not be the most reliable. But yeah, man, with this 21 PSI, I'm very happy with how this is driving. All right, so let's hop in the tunnel here. Holy shit, guys. It feels like what it should have been. I don't even know why the 18 PSI is an option on the kTuner, because that, like I was saying, it feels like it just falls flat on its face at sort of higher speeds. You're getting up onto the highway, you need to overtake someone, or you're doing a pull with someone, or whatever the case is. It just feels like it was lacking a little bit of power. But with this setup, I'm extremely happy with it. 100% way better. The car feels better. It feels like it's where it wants to be almost. It almost feels like the 18 PSI was holding it back. Now it feels like almost where it should have been, where it wants to be, where it should have been from factory Acura. We needed this car to have a little bit more power than just 200 from the factory. Definitely shocked. I didn't think this extra 3 PSI was gonna make all that much of a difference, but here we are. Speechless, man. That was great. It feels great. It feels strong. It feels like it pulls good, and I really don't think that the 18 PSI is the way to go. I know that I was very, like I said, very conservative with it prior to, but after driving it for so long, it really feels like 18 PSI is almost like nothing. Like, it's almost like nothing. You're basically just driving in stock. So that's what it is, guys. I'm super happy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you have any questions about the tuner or the car in general, please feel free to reach out in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer any sort of questions you have. If you guys know how to set the tuner lights up, let me know. I'm gonna try and figure it out as well. I want to be able to see the LEDs light up as I'm getting up into the rev range, so I will double check on that. But if you know how to get that done, drop a comment, let me know. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.